There your spirit will pray as you open my eyes to the word of your hand. As you open my eyes to the word of your hands, oceans will part, nations come, and the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory show. In my life, your will be done. Presence of remembrance, Lord, your mercy will last. As you open my eyes to the word of your hand, and my heart will find praise. I'll delight your ways. As you open my eyes to the word of your hands, as you open my eyes to the word of your hands, oceans will part, nations come, at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory show. In my life, your will be done. Oceans will part, nations come, at the whisper of your call. Hope will rise, glory show. In my life, your will be done. To open my eyes to the word of your hand. As you open my eyes to the word of your hand. As you open my eyes to the word of your hand. As you open my eyes to the word of your hands, oceans will part, nations come, at the whisper of your call. No will rise, glory show. In my life, your will
the ancient cross. How precious is my Savior's blood. The beauty of heaven wrapped in my shame. The image of love abundance from if having my heart was worth the pain. What joy could you see beyond the grave? If love for my soul were dying for, how wonderful, how glorious, my Savior's cross, victorious, my chains are gone, my day is saved, from death to life, from grace to freedom. When I see the grave, I'll see Jesus. From death to life, I will sing your praise. In the wonder of your grace. When I see the cross, I see freedom. When I see the grave, I see Jesus. From death to life, I will sing your praise. In the wonder of your grace. When I see the cross, I see freedom. When I see the grave, I see Jesus. From death to life, I will sing your praise. In the wonder of your grace.
to life and grace to grace. How wonderful, how glorious, my Savior's scars, victorious. My chains are gone, my head is saved, from death to life, and grace to
Truly, God, you are wonderful. You are glorious in our lives, oh God. God, you are amazing God in our lives.
Amen.
You are our healer, oh God.
Yes.
You are our comforter.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Oh, we cannot contain, oh God, your presence, oh God, in our lives. Because you are so good and wonderful, oh God. Lord, maraming salamat, Ama, sa iyong presensya ngayong araw na ito, oh God. Lord, many times we fail you, but God, your grace is wider than our sins, oh God. God, we thank you for the presence of the Holy Spirit. Lord, maraming salamat, Ama. For if we fail you, God, your grace is wider, O God. Salamat sa banal na dugo mo na ibinuhos mo sa amin lahat, O God. Lalo-lalo na, O God, sa maraming kasalanan na nagawa namin sa iyo, Lord God. Nakatingin ka, O God, sa puso ng bawat isa, O God. Cleanse us with the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Lord, maraming salamat sa pagpapatawad mo sa aming mga kasalanan, O God. Lord, make us holy and acceptable unto you, Lord Jesus. That our worship will be pleasing, the true worship, O God, na ibibigay namin sa iyo, Panginoon. Because we have said, O God, whatever we do is a sign of worship unto you, Lord Jesus. Lord, make our hearts new unto you, Lord God, because you have said in your word, O God, that every morning, Lord God, there are new every morning, O God. Hallelujah. Lord, maraming salamat, Ama, sa paghahawak mo sa amin lahat, O God, na kami ay nakatayo na naman, Panginoon, dahil sa presensya mo, O God, dahil sa grace mo, O God, sa bawat isa sa amin. Lord, maraming salamat, O God, that we can give our best and a true worship unto you, Lord God, as we hear your word, O God Almighty. Help us to know more of your words, O God. Give us wisdom and knowledge, O God, to understand your word today, O God. Help us, O God, because we cannot do this alone without you, O God Almighty. Lord, maraming salamat, Ama. Ikaw po ang mag-aanoin sa bawat isa sa amin ngayon as we hear your word, Lord God, and obey this word and honor you and prioritize you always, O God, in our lives. Lord, maraming salamat. Anoint your word today and keep, O God, give us the wisdom and the knowledge, O God, upang maintindihan namin ang iyong salita at itong mga salitang ito, O God, ay maipamuhay namin at maisagawa namin sa aming pang-araw-araw na buhay. Lord, maraming salamat. Anoint your word today. Give a receptive heart unto each and every one, Lord God. Lord, maraming salamat. Ito po ang aming samod dalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen. Good morning sa ating lahat.
Good morning sa ating lahat. Parang tulog tayo. Gusto ko lang gisingin kayo kasi ako din parang tulog kanina dahil walang sasakyan. Naglakad ako papunta sa kanto namin. Alam nyo naman siguro ang layo ng na wala yung sasakyan namin kaya ako na late. Sorry po. Maraming salamat sa mga buhay ng bawat isa sa atin. It's now time to be restored and revived again. Amen? So, ang Diyos kasi, pinagtitipon-tipon tayo dito upang to fellowship one another, to encourage one another. Amen? So, mga kapatid, narito na naman tayo upang makinig ng salita ng Panginoon as we welcome our Pastora Baby for the word today.
A big correction, please, Sister Baby. Marami akong dapat isuko at marami dapat akong matutunan pa. Amen? So, nakakatakot sabihin, Pastora. You have to deny yourself. Amen? Amen. Hallelujah. Before going to the word, may I request each one of us to close our eyes and let us feel the presence of God today as we pray. Oh, Holy God, we thank you, Father God, for this day. Especially, oh God, to me as your servant. Oh Lord, thank you for this opportunity again, God, that you have given to me. Truly, Lord God, without you, oh God, I am nothing. And apart from you, I cannot do anything. Lord, hindi ko kayang i-preach ang iyong salita, Ama, kung wala ka sa aking buhay. So Lord, fill me, feed me, O God, my thoughts and my mind and my heart. Fill me with your Holy Spirit today, Lord. And be the one, Holy Spirit, to teach us. Be the one to open our hearts. O God, hide me behind you, Lord Jesus, that you alone, Lord God, be seen and be heard today, O God. O Lord, thank you very much, O God, for this opportunity, O God. I give you all the praises and the worship and the adoration, O God. The highest glory belongs to you and honor. This is my prayer in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Hallelujah. Magugulat kayo ang ano sa akin ng Pastor Jude is about light. Malalim masyadong light. So, nag-asa ako kay Lord kung ano ang i-reveal niya sa akin. It's about partiality and favoritism. James 2:1-7. And this is a call to every Christians. This is a call, a wake-up call to the church and to each one of us. Kasi the past Sundays, masyadong malalayo yung mga word natin. Sometimes basic, nalilimutan natin. So let us go back to the basic. Amen? Dahil sobrang lalim na, nalilimutan natin yung mga basic na dapat yung mga natin. Let us read. My brethren, do not hold your faith in the glorious Lord Jesus Christ with an attitude of personal favoritism. For if a man comes into your assembly with a gold ring and dressed in a fine clothes, and there also comes in a poor man in dirty clothes, and you pay special attention to the one who is wearing the fine clothes and say, you sit here in a good place, and you say to the poor man, you stand over there and sit down by his footstool. Have you not made distinctions among yourselves and become judges with evil motives? Listen, my beloved brethren, did not God choose the poor of this world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom which He promised to those who love Him. But you have dishonored the poor man. It is not the rich who oppress you and personally drag you into court. Do they not blaspheme the fair name of which you have been called? Amen. Diba? Ask yourself, we have this attitude. Pag mayaman, pag maganda, all praises. Pwede lang, pati agal mo, pakamu. Let us recall and reminisce memories of the past. Gulitain natin. Alam ko, marami kayong ma-remember. If we remember someone in all walks of life, having treated them unjust, unfair, to favor one side, showing partiality. Alam niyo, may kinakampihan ka, may kinikilingan ka. Situations that you can never forget. A remarkable situation. Bakit mo nagawa yun sa isang tao? Parang nare-recall mo yun. Ako, marami akong na-recall. Lalo na nung nasa bangko ako. Sabi ko, Lord, this for me. There is room for a chance. There is room for a chance. May chance tayong magbago. I was touched. Kung kilala ninyo ang baby doon, sabi ko nga eh, namamangha ako sa Diyos. Ginising niya ako. Kung kilala ninyo sa baby noon, I put distance, I put walls sa mga taong wake up ko. Kahit naman nung naging Christian ako, I still have that attitude. Naiinis ang Diyos na gumagawa ng ganito. Because what we did to the least people, ginagawa natin ito sa Diyos. And I thank God, ginising niya ako. Yung ano na yung Pastor John, iniinsist niya sa akin about life. Hindi pumapasok. Lord, anong ibig sabihin ko? Then I read James 2 about favoritism, about partial. Lord, ako ito. It's me. Ako ang kinokorek mo. I admit, pero hindi pa huli ang lahat. Ang dami kong nagawa, and very unfair ako sa iba. Especially when I was in the bank. Early in the morning, mga tao galing sa downstreams. Hindi naman lahat ng tao sa bangko, ang mga depositors clients are rich people. Hindi. Nandoon sila to yung mga remittance galing sa abroad. Yung mga galing sa SSS. Pag-ibig nila. So hindi lahat. Huwag natin sabihin bangko yan, puro mayayaman. Hindi. Imagine, early morning nandoon na sila. 8:30 nandoon na kami, nandoon na sila. Galing sila sa Matarani. Nagising sila ng maaga. Because in the bank, there is a queue. Numberin yan. Kumukuha sila ng number. Pagpasok ng bangko, here comes a wealthy man, a valued customer or a valued client. Kasi ito ang protocol ng bangko na dapat unahin ang mga businessmen at valued clients because they are the life of the bank. Alam mo, malayo pa lang yun, hindi ko makita yung mga taong mabababa face to face. Ako, nakatingin na ako. Malayo pa lang yung mayaman na kliyente. Ma'am, halika na dito. Dito ka sa harap ko. Ma'am, do you want coffee? Ma'am, do you want water? Samantala, yun, naghintay ng matagal, nagising ng maaga. Sabi ko, Lord, if I can only turn the time nandun ako sa bangko, I should be corrected. May mga tatanda. May iba pa dyan, akala nila nandyan yung remittance, yun pala, wala pa. Anak ko, mawanti pa pamasahin na agawin, pagkapunak pa yung aparting. Pero ako naman, hindi naman ako yung ganun ka-hard na puso. Anak, pwede, anak, may mantika bayada ito at the Jenevie. Imagine, sabi ko na alam mo, Lord, bakit hindi mo binigay ito sa akin nun? Itong word na ito. Samantala yung mga clients ko na mayayaman. Kasi ganito ang tao. We always look on the outward factors and outward appearance of the people. Kung sino sila. Para masabi mo lang sa tao, kilala ko yung may-ari ng Maritons. Kilala ko ang may-ari ng Roma. Just to tell people na kilala mo ang mga bibigan. Wrong motives. Kasi pwede mong takbuhan sila. Pwede mong kakapitan sila. Yung mga taong mayayaman, may posisyon. Diba? Yun ang natin eh. Palagi tayong sa mga status quo. Kung sino sila. We give always special treatment, and they are preferred ones, offering them the best. Sabi ko nga, sa bangko, ma'am, coffee, ma'am, water, samantala yung matanda, hindi ko man lang ino-offeran, parehas naman client. They are being favored. Because this is what we view and we give high respect to the rich people. And how we mistreated the poor. You know, they felt sorrow. Mga poor, pag nakikita nila yan, self-pity. Sabi story nila, ang baba ng tingin nila sa sarili nila. Because the way we treat them, galing kasi sa atin eh. Kaya sila ganun. Who felt that sometimes when you are mistreated, what is your feeling?
Yes.
Tanong mo sa inyo. Ganun din ang mahihirap. Parang wala silang kakayahan, wala silang place in this society. Eh kung ikaw nga, binangga ka lang ng di ba, yung bias, when somebody, alam mo na, pag yung ordinary people or, pag binabangga, pero pag gwapo, pag mayaman, pag si ganito, Ay, yes, okay lang, sir. Madam, okay lang. Pero pag mahirap yan, so, alam mo yung gano'n? Be honest. Kasi nangyari sa akin yan. Kaya alam ko. Nasaktan ka na eh. Natapakan na yung paa mo ng pinggil. Makaiyak-iyak ka na. Okay lang sir, okay lang madam. With voice ka pa magsabi. Tungkol sa mayaman, tungkol sa gwapo. Pero kung ano, pwede akong hindi, kaya paluka mo eh. You see how we mistreat the least and this poor people. Favoritism and partiality is everywhere. Hindi natin maalis yan. Even in the family, meron at meron kang favorite na anak. Kahit yan anak mo napakatigas ng ulo. Kahit na yung anak mo, may sinaamis pa rin. Kahit yung anak mo, hindi ko naman nasabi yung suwayin. Daming natatamaan. Di ba? Skill, magaganda. Magagara yung mga gamit niya. Iba yung tingin mo sa kanya doon sa ibang anak mo. Yun ang favoritism. Pag may mali siya, may ginawang hindi maganda, tinatakpan mo pa. Konsintador, pero hindi dapat kasi lumalaki yung tao, hindi maganda yun. Kinukonsinti mo kahit lahat yung mali niya. Pag wala siya sa oras ng pagkain, tinitirahan mo siya, di ba? Pag wala siya sa oras sa bahay, ako, ka maging mama, text, susintong dyan na anak mo. That is favoritism. Paano naman yung mga ibang anak mo? How they feel? Makikita nila. Kaya ako pantay ang tingin ko sa kanila. Kasi ikaw mismo, put yourself into the shoe of that person na hindi ka paborito, di ba? You see, partiality, kitang-kita mo ito. Hindi mo maitago. Marami tayong dyan. Thank you, Kibia. Marami tayong showing mamaya. Kasi gusto ko lang ipakita. Inaako mo lahat yung pagkakamali ng favorite na anak mo. Di ba? In schools, students who are not deserving to pass or to be an honored student. Mga teachers, hindi naman lahat. Diba? Yes. Alam ko naman kasi Kristiyano kayo. Pero hindi. Noon. Pati nga yan nangyayari pa rin. Noon ngayon. Kahit baksak na yung Christian na yun because he is well known. He is the son of ganito, ganyan.
No way.
Pinapasa. Kahit na walang honor, may honor yan. I remember, pinsan namin in a prominent school. Suppose
Smart.
siya dapat ang valedictorian. Sige, ano yan? Sige, ano mo na.
Yun na.
Siya ang dapat valedictorian.
Yan ba yun?
But because of that valedictorian, his mother is a teacher in that school. Nagbaliktad. Yung pinsan namin naging valedictorian. Yung valedictorian naging valedictorian. You see how power matters? How connection matters? Public servants who are in power. Alam mo kung pag may wangwang yan, na dumadaan na hindi naman emergency cases. Dapat ang wangwang lang is for ambulance at saka yung police and this yung fight of minsan kahit na lang nagwawangwang sila. That is bias to the people na naka ng traffic. Yung gumagawa ng traffic violations. Pag mayaman, pag magagara ang sasakyan, especially pag yes, yung mga plated, yung mga yung personalized. Alam mo kagad pag yung 888, congressman or whatever, mga 111, may mga yan code Kahit na ang laki ng violation nila sa traffic, hindi sila nabubuhay. Pero pag tricycle, single motor, simple violation. Huli pa. You see, this discrimination lahat ito kapatid. Mayaman at pobre, kitang-kita. Sabi ng isang tricycle na ko, kata sa akin, hinuli mo, Jenevie, hindi nakakasata kayo. Awan, kaya na silang na See? Sabi ko, pawawa naman ng tricycle. Tinitignan ko yung just yesterday, sa East West Park. Tinitignan ko yung course. Huwag mo naman ang kunin. Simple lang naman yun. Siguro, ginaya ko ng pakialabera. So what? In institution and companies, yun resume. Hiring a job. Hiring applicants. Ito nakita ko ito sa Facebook. Hiring for a job, for promotions. You see? Qualifications. Civil service passer. Graduate with honors, cum laude. Good attitude and communication skills. Backer niya sa reference niya, none. You see, the other one, the applicant too. Qualifications. Passer na siya ng civil service. Graduate siya. Pero tignan mo naman ang backer niya. Si congressman, si mayor, si councilors, and he was right. See? Wala pala doon sa qualification, doon pala sa reference sa backer. Ang labanan ngayon. Even in promotions, alam ko mga teachers, you've been there. Na ang tagal ninyong gustong ma-promote. But here comes anak ng superintendent or backer niya si superintendent o yun ng region 2. Oh yes, you see, Sister Nita, alam ko. And here comes a new employee. Siya ang binibigyan. See? Kaagad na promote because of his connection. Connection matters. Kahit saan. Hindi mo maalis yan kapatid. Kabago-bago while the others are qualified, loyalty, they work hard. They've been there for how many years? I was once too. Ilang years na rin ako. Hindi kasi ako sip-sip sa mga namin. You see? Masakit kaya? I experience it. Nagdadamot ako. Doon ka. Tapos ibang, kasi yan promotion sa amin po. Nakikita ka agad sa sa screen na congratulations. Maria, you are promoted. Inaanak ko pangalan ko. Ba't walang Jenevie? I'm already 15 years, 20 years. Wala pa yung pangalan ko. See? being hired kaagad because of their references. These are some realities and partiality in life. Ito, actual ito. Nangyayari ito, it happens until now. And it calls our attentions. In our daily encounter and unexpected meetings to other people, we face unpleasant struggles. Amen? Confrontation. Think about going to market. Makanataw. Groceries, restaurant, stores. Kahit nasa pagsakay natin sa tricycle, kung paano ka maging rude magsalita sa tricycle. In the market, namamalengke tayo, B. Yung video, gusto ko yung video. Let us be honest. How do we treat these poor sidewalk vendors? Paano tayo tumawad? Pag hindi tayo pinagbigyan o pinansin, nagdadabo ka, damamura, sinasamantalahan natin kung sino sila. Dito makakarelate tayo dito. Tignan mo itong babae mamaya kung paano siya tumawad. Kawawa naman yun. This poor sidewalk vendor. Alam ko nakita ninyo ito sa Facebook. Sa Facebook namin nakukuha lahat ito. Tignan mo kung paano tumawad itong babae. She said, I'm gonna take 6 eggs for 2.50 or I'm going. The old seller replied, buy them at the price you want, mom. I want the 5.50 na the 6. Di ba dapat 3 yun eh, 2.50. Maybe it's good start for me because I couldn't sell a single egg today and I did this to me. She bought her eggs and prices and left them away. Ang bilis naman yan. She entered the elegant car. Liligo ka ba yung babae? And she went to a restaurant. You see, ano ninyo, kumain siya. Imagine $400 compared. 2.50. Tapos nag-tip pa siya. Gusto tumuto kung sinong mayaman siya pang ano. Hindi, wala sa lugar. Wala sa lugar yung pagkakuripot niya. 6 times 50 supposed to be $3 yun. Right? 50 na nga lang. Ganyan din tayo, kapatid. Sabi ko nga eh, nakaka-relate din tayo dito eh. Binabarat mo yung sidewalk vendors, that poor sidewalk vendors. But when you go to restaurant, groceries, Monterey, hindi ka naman makatawad. Kung ano yung presyo, yun na, di ba? Pero ito, Ken, ako, yan, ninana. Alipin yung gold, yung gulen, marinasing ko. Kung anak ko, taginatang mo, bekan 5, pasais ganyan peso mo. Totoo. Ginawa ko rin yan. Nahihiya, sabi ko nga eh. Nahihiya ako sa sarili ko. Taruan eh, kapag tato magigama. Eh, hindi ko naman ginagawa yun. Kung magigama na, ayoko naman nun. You see? Nga tas ko naman gusto mabuhay. Ko naman gusto nga makaganan siya. In billing offices, banks, reservations, mga government officials, see distinctions. There are so many pagkakaiba Pag kilala mo yung isa, ang tagal ng ano. Eh, ang haba ng pila yan, ang pagbabayaran. Kung ano yung text mo, may katalikod mo, pero ka masingan. Alam mo, may ganyan din ako, pero lalo sa video, sabi sa akin kasi kilala. Sir, wag mo na. Ako na po niya. Hayaan mo muna.
Salamat sa inyo na.
Or else, iwan ko na lang. Balikan ko na lang. Yung araw makan na to. Because we do the same. Ganyan din tayo mga kapatid. Even in the clinics and hospitals, clinics hospital. Ang daming naghihintay ng pobre na pasyente. Pag pobre ka, matay ka tayo. Right? Hinihintay mo yung doktor mo. Daming nakapila. And here comes a rich man. Be sorry, yun ako natin, hindi natin mo. Here comes a rich man. Inuuna yung rich man, eh samantala yung pobre kanina pa, hanggang mamamatay na lang yung pobre. Emergency, there is no emergency cases pag pobre. Tama? Pang mayaman lang ang emergency. Aasikasulin ka nila kaagad pag maalam ng doktor mayaman ka. Inaasikaso ka kaagad. Pero kung pobre ka, sorry. Sometimes, namimili din tayo. Aminin natin. It's time to ask ourselves how we treated people in all walks of life. Naging fair ka ba? Do you treat them with fair, just, with mercy, with compassion, with love? Ito, tumbukin mo to, it's about love. Or we treat them with partiality, unkind, rude, selfishness. Whatever we do with these people, ginawa natin ito kay Jesus. In almost culture, customs, and ideas, wealth and power matters. Lahat naman yan, kahit saan ka pumunta. Even in the least community, sa mga barangay, kapikin ko ang mga barangay captain na ito. Pag pobre, may problema ang pobre na pupunta sa barangay, may nag-edad. Hindi man lang magawa ng paraan itong barangay para ayusin. Hinahayaan niya yung pobre. Pero pag mayaman ang pumunta sa kanya, nakahanda na ang kape niya. Malayo pa lang si mayaman, naaamoy na ng kapitan. Hihingi lang ng certification ng pobre, bukas ka na lang. You see, discrimination, partiality. Ang taas kasi ng tingin natin sa mayayaman eh. Kaya nakakaawa ang pobre. My God, hindi naman nila kasalanan ang maging pobre. At walang kaya-kayahan ang pobre magreklamo. Matatakot sila kay kapitan. Kung si kapitan pag sa mayayaman, todo ang pagsilbi. Isang request nandyan na kaagad. Samantala yung pobre kahit na ilang months, walang ginagawa. Discrimination, partiality, and favoritism is everywhere. Let us be reminded that when we, alam yun, maingat pagtanggap mo, or you entertain rich people, wealthy people, and you turn back to the poor people. We rejected God. Hindi yung taong nireject natin, but we rejected God. Anak din ng Diyos na yan. And you know what? Ang puso ng Diyos nasa poor and weak. Hindi sa mayaman. He hates. Maano natin mamaya? Ayaw ng Diyos na dyan sa mga mga Pharisees sa mga yan, scribes tayo, hindi natin alam. Na pag hindi, we turn back to these poor people, we rejected God. God hates discrimination, whether it be in basis of race, gender, age, appearance, or status. Kahit walang-wala yung kapatid, tanggapin mo pa rin sila. God sees each one of us as sons and daughters, uniquely made in His image and likeness. Our dignity and self-worth comes from being valued members of God's family. Lahat tayo importante, hindi lang yung mayaman. We are all equal in the sight of God. Tao lang kasi gumagawa . We always look outside. Palaging puro yung physical kung sino yung tao. Doon tayo nakatingin. We see such good looks. Alam mo yung nakapilang mga tao. Ang haba. Parang sa GMA, sa Itbulaga. Yung mga good looks niya. It's like this. Bakit nandiyan yung mukha ni Ronnie? Mga artista rin ito .
Good looking
Hindi ko good looking. Mga artista, bakit nandiyan yung mukha ni Ronnie? Where is my husband, Ronnie? When we see celebrities, mayayaman, mga gwapo, ang tingin natin sa kanila ang taas. Ina-idol mo, pati yung pananamit nila. Pero pag yung we respect them, we give high regards to them. Yung mga mayayaman din, ipakita mo. Yan, mga richest man. Kung sabihin mo, ito, pinakamayaman, pinag-aaral mo na yan. Hangang-hanga tayo sa kanila. Sobrang tingin natin sa kanila. We give high respect. Akala natin sila lang ang tao sa mundong ito. Parang sila lang ang gumagalaw dito sa mundong ito. In Deuteronomy 15:11, ano nga natin? Deuteronomy 15:11. Anong sinabi ni Lord? Tignan mo, ang yaman nila, pero God hates them. Ay, hindi naman. God sees at the heart. Alba, pag may magtanos ko siya, singo ko mag-iwa, niluto niya yung Pastor Evelyn. Masarap naman yung pagkain natin. So, masarap dapat pirin spiritual muna natin. For the poor will never cease to be in the land.
Amen.
Hindi na nawawala ang pobre. Therefore, I command you, saying, you shall freely open your hand to your brother, to your needy and poor in the land. Si Lord ang nag-ano niya. So let us give attention. Hindi lang doon sa mayayaman. Let us give just fair treatment to them. Be generous to them. Be lovable to them. Do not be selfish to them. But be charitable. Be hospitable. Be good. Treat them as you treat the rich people. Amen? There is no room for partiality or favoritism among Christians. Totoo kaya ito. Kaya ako nga, sabi ko ginagawa ko pa rin paminsan-minsan, kaya kinukulit ako ng Diyos to caution us to avoid mistakes, not to judge people by qualities in their outward appearance factors, whatever achievements they have. Huwag tayo nakatingin doon kapatid. Whatever family background they have. Yan yung mga doctors, ayan yung mga abogado. Diba, ang yayabang natin, ayan si ganito, friend ko yan. Doon kasi tayo nakatingin sa achievements. Family background, status in the society. Remember, not all. Kaya nga sinabi dyan for the poor will never cease, hindi nawawala yan. Remember, not all or only few people comes to a wealthy family. Not all have the power and position in this society. Not all have good looks. But majority comes from a poor and middle class family. Kaya kayong mga anak ng mayayaman, humble yourself. Reach out to the poor people. Do not put division. Do not put walls. Reach out to them. Share whatever you have. Alam mo, itong mga position or whatever good looks wealthy, hindi ito kay Lord. This is none of all these things mean to God. Hindi ito ang matimbang sa Diyos, kundi ang puso. Hindi ito, it should not be have any difference. Hindi ito ang batayan. We are all God's children. Anong kulay ka man? Anong meron ka? Parang pantay ang tingin sa atin ng Diyos. Every member is important in the life of the church. That's what it is vital and necessary that we are God's family, especially in the church. Let us maintain and value all brothers and sisters in this church. Mahalaga tayo lahat dito. And let us now go to James 1-3. The main topic, not 30 minutes. As the rich man enters the church with a nice clothing. For if a man comes into their assembly with a gold ring and dressed in fine clothes, and there also comes of it. Imagine pag may daw papasok na mayaman, na-identify mo kaagad yung mayaman. Kasi ang ganda ng suot niya, fine clothing, nakadamit yan, todo alahas. And here comes the elders of the church. Bakit elders ang sinabi? Kasi we are, yung mga elders, they have the greater responsibility in the church. Sila na yung senior. Matagal na sila. Kaya, here comes a rich man enters the church with a nice clothing, wearing jewelry, gold and silver. And the elders showing remarkable differences and deep respect to this rich man. Showing. See? Nakakurbata na rin yan eh. Alam mo yung mainit yung pagtanggap mo. You sit here in front. You give them the ba? Sobrang taas ng tingin mo sa taong ito. Alam mo yun, the word photo, act of photoing? Photo. K-O-W-T-O-W. Alam mo yun, nga aming gamuan na mayaman, alam, yes. Ang nangyari, baw ka ng baw, alam na sunod-sunurang ka. Ganun ang mo doon sa taong yun. Ganun ka magsilbi. The eyes are fixed on Him. Lahat ng mata. He is the apple of the eye. Pero you are very attentive. Maski may gagawa mo mata, tigal mo gagawa mo na nasikwa liignan mo yan very attentive ka, very spatial ang mo sa kanya, treatment mo. Kung asikaso sa kanya, baka anong kwa. This is an object of favoritism in partiality. Do you think that the church is a place where a rich, wealthy people falls apart when we don't give them a high regard, full attention, and not giving them the best? Maybe the church is showing partiality and favoritism to this rich man. Maybe he's a regular part of the church. Maybe he gives a huge donation. Maybe he is a regular tither. Maybe helping the church in all projects. So ang preaching mo, kapatid, maghinay-hinay ka sa mga example mo, hindi pwedeng patama sa kanya. We are now focusing on Him, not to Jesus, not the Word of God. Doon na tayo nakafocus sa Kanya. And we are afraid to correct Him sometimes, right? Kasi when you correct Him, He will deny, He will reject. Binabaliwala niya at baka masaktan siya at aalis siya sa iglesia. And many churches are doing this. Malaki siyang kawalan, din ang sabi ni Pastor Danny noon. Mawawala tayo ng malaking tither. So, anong nangyayari? Na, yun tuloy yung Word of God. Na ano siya, what do you call this? Nawawater down siya. Takot ka na umalis siya. Hindi dapat ganito, kapatid. Dapat matakot tayo sa Diyos. Let us always remember, God is our great provider. Siya ang magdadala ng mga tao dito. Huwag tayo nakatingin sa isang tao o sa ilang tao. Let us not give in to this kind of treatment. Let us not negotiate. Let us not listen and jeopardize the Word of God because of these rich people.
Amen.
Because in the eyes of God, we are all equal. Pantay-pantay tayo. Romans 2:11. Kaya ano mga Jason. God does not show favoritism. There is no partiality with God. Showing partiality or favoritism is not compatible with the heart of God. Hindi. Ayaw nga ni Lord Everyone will stand in judgment before God. He will judge everyone by that standard na binigay natin. You will be judged. Dito ako natakot. Whatever measure we give, whatever measure we have shown to these poor people, That is the standard God will give us. Ephesians 6:9. It's a warning and advice. Kaya dapat magising tayo. This is master and a servant. And master do the same things to them and give up threatening, knowing that both their master and yours is in heaven, and there is no partiality in him. Masters and servants to teach other fairly. Urge masters to give up threatening, putting damage and injury in the servants. Meron dyan, in servants. Yung slide time. Knowing both are no partiality to God. In Jesus' time, He played no favoritism. He ignored and rejected and refused status symbols. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. He punishes the most powerful, the scribes and the Pharisees. These are the self-righteous people. There are the juries. There are the record keepers. Itong scribes and the Pharisees. Matataas ang mga mga position nila. Pero hindi tinignan ng Diyos yun. God did not give respect to them. Jesus ignored them. And He welcomed the beggars and the poor. He ignored social divination. Ganyan si Jesus, you see this. If you have two mates, dapat pantay ang tingin mo silang dalawa, wala yung papanigan mo yung isa. Lahat binibigay mo doon sa isa, samantala yung isa walang ginagawa. Bakit? Ano ba ang puso mo sa isa? Mabigat ba? Kaya kung muna lahat binibigay ang mga responsibilidad, samantala yung isa. Siguro yung tatay, kagigilo ko ng Kirby. Bakit itong isa isip-sip sa amo niya? Baka nagsusumbong yung sa ginagawa ng asawa niya. Pero that is partiality. Even to the mates, even to the least. Wag daw, dapat pantay din kahit sa ano mo, sa katulong mo. Jesus ignored, imagine Jesus ignored these Pharisees and scribes. Kasi ayaw ni Jesus na may partiality. He ignored division by touching Nicodemus. Who is Nicodemus? He is a Pharisee, a ruler. In John 3, huwag na natin ang mga bain. Jesus teaches Nicodemus how to be born again. And also touches a Samaritan woman with a five husband in John 4. Ano ko dito, Nicodemus and the Samaritan? Ano ang difference nitong dalawa? Bakit ko nilagay ito? The difference is Jesus wants to imply that Jesus is not after who you are, a Jew or a Gentile, good or a sinner, believer or not, rich or poor. Di ba si Nicodemus is a Pharisee? Mayaman yan, may posisyon siya. While the Samaritan is a sinner and a poor woman. So, hindi nakatingin ng Diyos na ito. Kaya nga, we are all equal. And Jesus showed equality to both. Even to the lowest and to the highest people on earth. In His sight, we are all equal. Pinakamayaman naman lahat ng mga billionaire doon na pinakita ko. Or to the lowest, we are all equal. Jesus did not show high regard, giving no preferences to the rich, famous, and powerful people. Kasi tayo, nakatingin palagi kasi tayo sa status symbol. Parang napakahalaga. You see the second. First, the rich man enters the church. The second is, for ba yun? Or ano? And the other one, obviously, a poor came in. James 2:4. A poor came in the church, enters the church. And when all seats are occupied and filled, and he came to a church with worn out clothes. Alam mo yung faded? Yung faded na slim na yung damit na yaot kulay na na. So makita mo ang difference ng mayaman at saka poor. He came with a shoe and panis. Ano yan yung na-furfurag daw na siguro yung sapatos na. Because he is a poor. Siguro may konting amoy. No one offers him a seat. No one noticed him. No one gave him an attention. Ang tala kanina, pwede, pati agal mo, yawa mo, pati yes, yawa mo tata mayaman. Siguro may nakakakita sa kanya, pero they ignored him. At kunwari walang nakita na to offer his seat kasi lahat yan open. This poor man is standing at the back or outside. No one offers him. No one welcomes him. They let him stand there the whole service until it is finished. Or maybe someone told him that there is a seat available and the only seat I can offer is pastora floor, ID floor, sabi ko. Is the floor. Parang sinabi mo na lang sa kanya na hindi ka dito sa iglesia ito. Parang yung appearance niya, yung presence niya, hindi welcome dito sa iglesia mo. You see how you mistreat poor people? You let him standing outside the door or nandyan lang sa likod. Parang mabigat siya sa iglesia. Kahit na hindi naman umattend dyan, hindi kawalan. It's not a big deal. Kahit na hindi umattend dyan. Parang sinabi mo, umattend ka na lang sa ibang church. The poor man was despised and condemned because of his poverty. Tama? Paglagi natin sa kanya. We turn our back to him. We don't give regard and attention to him. Hindi siya kawalan sa iglesia. And the question is, what kind of people in the church are we trying to make good impression? Ano ba yung paniwala natin ang tatak ng iglesia ito? Para ba sa mayayaman? For the elite person only? What kind of sinners do we tend to discriminate against? And here is the true story of discrimination in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. You know him? He is a great and a well-known leader of India. And I read some short of his life. Basahin ko. Gusto ko lahat kasi ni-research ko ito. And this is true. Ito ang tunay na discrimination inside the church. I want to read this. This is significant illustration and a truth. He is a great and famous leader of India. Maliit lang siya, he's a petite. Simple lang siya. With dark complexion. Kaya nga inano ko yung race, yung age, di ba inano ko kanina kasi inano ko itong kay Mahatma Gandhi. when he was a student, noon pa pala, estudyante na siya eh. The famous Indian leader considered and regard becoming a Christian because he read the gospel. Estudyante pa lang siya pala. Gusto niya maging Kristiyano na siya. Pero tingnan natin kung anong ginawa nitong mga taga-iglesia. He read the gospel and was moved by them. Kasi di ba ang word of God has life and has power. So he was touched. It seemed to him that Christianity can offer a solution to the massive and severe system that destroys and curses the people of India. You know, India is the most idolatrous nation in the world. Kahit elepante yan, kahit daga, kahit unggoy yan, sinasanto nila, binibigyan nila ng garland, nilalagyan nila ng red kung ano, makita mo sana sa Nat-Geo, how they worship idols. Yun ang Mahatma Gandhi, yun ang burden niya. One Sunday, Mahatma Gandhi went to a local church. He had decided to see a pastor. Nag-decide siya. And he went to a local church to ask for instruction on the way to salvation. He wanted to be saved and the people. Remember, he's a great leader, so marami siyang mga followers. Marami sanang na born again, naligtas na kaluluwa. But when he entered the church, which is consisted with white people, mapuputing mga tao ito talagang
Makula.
the ushers refused to give him a seat and unwilling to accept him. They told him to go and worship with his own people. Imagine. Hindi nila kilala kung sino to. Kasi nakatingin sila outward. He's a simple. Ganyan siya, petite, dark in complexion. He left the church and never came back. And he said, the Lord will reward you. If Christian, I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. And even he said, if Christians have a massive system that destroys and curses the people, have differences, distance towards people, I might as well remain as Hindu. Tingnan mo ang ginawa nila. And this church was a stumbling block, an obstacle to the people who wants to accept Jesus for their salvation. They look on outward factors, nag-judge sila kaagad. You see, kung paano mag-judge ang tao. The church did not make a measure or precaution in advance to prevent that something undesirable happens. Hindi na siya bumalik. Nang sana maraming taong naligtas na kaluluwa. I hope sana hindi mangyari sa iglesia. This is the tragic story that illustrates the sin that James wrote against Persia. His focus is on the sin of showing partiality and favoritism to the rich and despising the poor. You see? Minsan ang iglesia nakafocus sa taong may bibigay na. This word applies to all type of injury and damage resulting from judgment and actions. Namun ginudge nila si Mahatma Gandhi whether based on economic status, rich or poor, status quo, in race, whether you are Filipino, Hindu, Chinese, or whatever, Italian ka or what, or anything else, to favor some people, especially the rich and wealthy and powerful, and disregard, despise, contempt others based on their outward appearance is a terrible sin. Discrimination that destroys the church. This is an epidemic disease. It afflicts the church in every generation because it roots from selfishness, greed, pride, selfishness. Ito, ang root lahat. Pang sarili na focus palagi sa sarili. And this is occurring and taking place from growing and living to our fallen church and fallen hearts. The churches are hardly immune. Hindi tinatablan, makakapal from this behavior and practices. 3GSC gising tayo. James asks, have you not discriminated among yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts? Yun pala. How did we judge the rich and the poor? We judge them with our selfishness, with our selfish motives, with our own personal interests. May secret agenda ka kasi eh. Malalapitan ko itong taong ito pag may kailangan ako. O church, member kang si Kunaw, pwede kang lapitan. That is the secret agenda. Sariling pakay. We treat the rich with solicitude, so much caring and well concern, since they have wealth power. And it is a self-serving attitude, makasarili ka. Pursuing one's own welfare and interest. Interesado ka. And the root is this, love of money. 1 Timothy 6:10. Based on our own selfish interest. Kasi kay ganit profit, may interest ka, may ano ka kasi eh, vested interest ka. In this way, we are not serving God at all. With this kind of attitude, we should treat the poor people equal to the rich, even if we have nothing to get in return. It's God whom we serve. We are serving God to them. Kaya si Lord nang bahala mag-reward sa inyo, kapatid. And James also said in verse 5, James is as his reader, kasama tayo lahat dito, to pay attention. Listen, has not God chosen those who are poor of the world to be rich in faith and to inherit the kingdom He promised to those who love Him? God does not choose the rich man to get his money for His kingdom. God does not choose the poor man because of his power. Salvation is not offered to anyone based on anything that God sees in that person. Hindi daw. Yun mga ari-arian mo, kung sino, kung you are rich or you are famous, you are powerful. saved apart from any merit or achievement or any qualifications of those who are chosen. Si Lord ang pipili. Sa tao kasi tayo namimili. God sees the willingness and humility in our hearts. The God choice is completely based on His grace and His purpose to everyone. Hindi ibig sabihin naman ni ni James na he ignored all the rich. At yun poor lang ang niya, ang ginugusto niya. Kasi noon, ancient time, many poor trusted Christ for their salvation compared to the rich. Dahil siguro ang mga mayayaman, dahil sa kayamanan nila, kung sinong meron sila, doon sila nakatipende sa kayamanan nila who they are. But the poor, they trusted God. Yung tulong na galing sa Diyos, doon sila nakatuon. But in fairness, James also mentioned other rich people who are saved, like Zacchaeus, Nicodemus, Barnabas, and Philip. These are rich people. Ito yung mga mayayaman noon. But they are saved because God sees what's in their heart. But these rich people are outnumbered by the poor. In 1 Corinthians, huwag na natin ano kasi chapter 1, 26 to 29. There is no greater honor to be one of God's people. God's good news is everyone. But God cares especially about the poor and the weak people. God is always concerned to the poor and to the weak people. Hindi siya concerned sa mayayaman. But God cares especially about the poor and the weak people. That's why God saved so many poor and weak. He was giving honor to the people who are really humble in front of Him. Ito yung gusto ng Diyos. Mababa. Yun humble. Mapagkumbaba. So God showed clever people. Ito yung matatalino. That their wisdom are not complete. He showed strong people that they were too weak to save themselves. He was giving wise and powerful people the opportunities to become humble. Kaya nga gusto niya yung sabi niya, they have chosen the foolish things to shame the wise. So that no one will boast before Him. Because proud person is not ready to ask God to save him. Kanya kasi ang mayayaman, ang mga taong nasa mataas. Gusto ko lang ito.
Next week ulit.
Is not in verse 6, is not the rich who oppresses the poor and drag them into the court? Totoo ito, di ba? Very ironic na sobrang pagsilbi mo, sobrang hangang-hanga ka kung pagsilbi ka parang ka. Pero sila pala ang nag-aano sa'yo sa korte. Totoo ito. The wealthy tend to take advantage of those who are helplessly poor and weak, for they cannot defend themselves. Wala silang magawa, wala silang kakayanan kumuha ng abogado nila. Yung abogado de Campanilla to fight for them, to support them, to help them in their cases. Kaya sinasamantalahan ito ng mga rich people. This wealthy man is full of great selfishness, pride, love of money in 1 Timothy 6:10. Even though the rich man does not need it, he will take advantage and hold. and forecloses their property as and collateral. Ito yung nanghihirap. Alam niyo ba, sa bangko ako noon, may mga ganito kaming client. Yun may humihiram sila with collateral. Even the collateral is more than doon sa inutang nila. Mas higher yung cost nun, yung collateral property nila kaysa utang nila. They will foreclose it upon the due date without prior notice. Ganon kaswapang. At may gusto akong dito. They also put extravagant interest, ang taas ng patong. And without mercy and without compassion, they will take the property. The wealthy and powerful were not satisfied and no contentment for what they had, and still they wanted more. When a rich man wanted a small parcel of the land owned by the poor neighbor, they could find means to get through a corrupt judges. Alam mo yung mayayaman noon? Bakit marami silang property? Kasi ito yung mga bayaran na mga hukom. They offer para makuha lang yung property ng nila, yung hukom. The poor man can hardly get back his property instead to give it. Parang isinuko na lang. Alam mo, and if a creditor met a debtor in a certain place and instead, ito yung umutang, they will take the poor man by force and arrest him, calling a police to catch and drag him to the court. They will take that opportunity, that advantage, taking advantage. This is what James wants to show here. It's not the wealth or the riches of men that he's condemning and reprobate here, but it is the act of unlawful. Labag sa batas yung ginagawa nila. The act of merciless, the lack of understanding, the evil desire na gusto nila makuha yung property. Yung walang awa, walang puso, walang konsensya, pinukukunin na lang. And here is the good illustration. 1 Kings 21:1-24 about Naboth's vineyard. May I call your attention? Naboth, the vineyard's owner, didn't even have the right to sell. Wala rin siyang karapatan na isell itong property na gusto ni Ahab na kunin. Because first, it belongs to God, and Naboth held it in trust from God and behalf of his family. Kaya hindi niya pwedeng ibenta, gustong bilhin ng Ahab na ito. At yung wicked na wife niya. And here comes, siguro pagdating ni Naboth, na hindi niya nakuha hindi na Ahab yun kay Naboth yung property. Malungkot siguro umuwi itong si Naboth at and Jezebel asked him, why? Sinabi niya na hindi niya nakuha na nabili yung property ni Naboth. And here comes a wicked queen Jezebel. He hired false witnesses to accuse Naboth, for he was not willing to sell his inheritance, accept action. The result was that Jezebel had Naboth murdered, stoned to death ang nangyari kay Naboth. And with Ahab's knowledge, alam din niya Ahab ito. But God saw that they did and they could not escape his justice, because Naboth is a God-fearing man. God pronounces his judgment against them through prophet Elijah. You see, position and power are not to be used as an cover-up for injustices. Hindi pwede pagtakpan ng anong kapangyarihan. Anong meron ka ang ginawang krimen. Especially to this poor man who is a God-fearing. God pronounced pronounces great and severe, matinding parusa to Ahab and Jezebel for their unlawful, unmerciful greediness, selfishness, evil desire, and cruelty. You see how terrible her death is. Alam mo kung paano namatay si Jezebel? The dog devoured him. And his servants threw her outside the door. Kinain siya ng mga aso. Lahat entirely, walang naiwan. Buto lang naiwan sa kanya. Kakatakot. Because of her cruelty sa mga manihira. Wala kasing contentment itong mga tao ito. You see, just for, ang gagawin lang pala ni Ahab doon for vegetable garden. Asan yung puso nitong babae ito? Yung nga sabi ni Pastor Dani sa kaya Jezebel's spirit. He is extremely wicked. Because he has the power and the influence. She took by force. But you see, the cause of her death, it was terrible. Ang makapatay lang pala sa kanya, aso. Aso lang pala ang katapat niya. Church, this is already my idea. Church, this is a wake-up call. James is expressing his concern to the church. The church should apply this by showing love to every person, regardless, and no to partiality and favoritism. The church should show God's love, mercy, compassion, grace to all, whether rich or poor. Preferential or special treatment should not be given only to the rich, so that it may not hurt or damage the heart. Amen? As I close, a parable, Matthew 19:21-20. This young rich man, go sell what you have and give to the poor and follow me. Ano ang nangyari? Di ba malungkot yung batang lalaki? Tumalikod at iniwan niya si Jesus. Where was this young man's heart? You can tell by his reaction. His heart is controlled by his wealth and riches. Amen. Magandang umaga sa atin.
Yeah.
Natahimik tayo lahat dahil ginagawa natin. Tawarin tayo ng Diyos, ginagawa natin yung pasya